Hey, so I said the other day when I tried the raspberry syrup in my coffee, I think someone suggested frothing the raspberry syrup with milk. So I'm going to do that this morning. If I'm moving kind of funny, I sort of strained my back lifting up one of my granddaughters who I'm not sure how much she weighs, but 25 or 30 pounds. Anyway, I guess it finally got to me. So I can lean over to this side and I'm good, but I can't lean over to the other side or everything just stops. So I'm kind of going slow and easy. So I'm pouring the stuff into my frother. Maybe I can turn this so you can see it. Let me give this a try and see if I can manage without dropping the phone in the milk or anything. Okay, yeah, so there's the raspberry syrup, or as I like to call it, razzleberry syrup. And there's the milk. Okay, put that back. All right, so now we'll take this over here and put it on the little base that's attached to the electricity. Put on the lid and give it a press to turn it on. And that's going to not only heat it up, but froth it up. I'm using a 30-calorie almond milk and Jordan's skinny raspberry syrup, which is 0 calories in 1 ounce. And the skinny syrup really helps in the frothing process. So you can see it's already starting to heat up because it's sort of fogging up here. And I see there's some people watching who I actually remember watched the other day when I made the raspberry coffee. Ooh, I should be brewing the coffee right now. Oh, golly. Okay, so now, am I going to leave this and possibly have it overflow? Yep, going to live dangerously. That's okay. So, I mean, if it overflows, it overflows, right? So, I'm going to use, let's see. I think that this is like a 10.3 ounce mug. Yeah, I already had some coffee this morning. So I'm going to brew some Costa Rica, which is 5.07 ounces. And that way, even with the crema that forms, that foam that forms on top of a coffee made under pressure. In this case, the pressure is from centrifugal force. Even with that, I should have room to pour some of the raspberry stuff. Okay, so it's blinking at me. That means it's done. Oh, it doesn't look like it frothed very much, does it? You know, I've been using, well, there's a little froth. I've been using almond coconut milk blend, and I think that may, at 40 calories per cup, that may just take it over the edge a little bit to help it froth more. But today I had opened up a thing of just 30-calorie almond milk. So, before I pour this in, I just let this finish. Because, I sort of have this habit of accidentally letting things overflow. Because I sort of, get distracted doing something else. Okay, good. So it's done. So we'll eject the capsule. All right. So there's the nice pink milk coming out. And sometimes you just got to spoon on the froth. Nice pink froth. Oh, golly, wait, I should have stirred this first. I'll get this right one of these days. Okay. Ooh, yummy. Okay, there's a little bit more left in here, but it will overflow. Okay. Oh, it has a pink cast to it. Well, it makes sense, right? I personally think this would have been better in like the vanilla custard pie or the Bianco Forte coffee, because this has, the Costa Rica has a more distinctive flavor to it, or notes, whatever they call it, coffee notes. Not sure. You know what I'm gonna do? It's almost too sweety sweet, which for me it's saying a lot, because I usually really like sweet stuff. I'm going to put in, oh golly, did I use up all my salted caramel? I certainly did. I used up all my cinnamon. I know what I'm gonna do. I am going to put in one of these mini moves, which is half and half. It's cream and milk, just to add a little more thickness on the tongue, a little more body, kind of. That actually helps it. But golly, do you know what? For me to say this is a big deal. I am not going to add the rest of this to the coffee, because it'll actually make it too sweet for me. Who would have thought that I would have actually come across something that's too sweet? But let me taste the foam. Oh, how much should I experiment with this? I've got pumpkin pie spice sitting here. I don't think that pumpkin pie spice is going to be good in this. Maybe I should add some salt to it. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm just going to add, that looks like a lot. Here. Okay, well, it's less now. It just spilled out of my hand, but there. I'm going to add like half of that. There. I mean, if I could add something like a salted caramel syrup, why can't I just add some salt, right? I know people, for some reason, a lot of people who were in the Army, like, I don't know, in the 1950s, 60s, 70s, always said, add some salt to your coffee. Maybe that was because of Army coffee. I don't know. Maybe it needed it. Hey. Okay, here's the verdict. This coffee is interesting. It really is, with the salt in it. But you know what? I think I've done this maybe one other time. I'm going to dump this out. Make a whole other cup of coffee in a clean cup. It's just, it's too sweet. It's too intense and weird in the wrong kind of way. It's too sort of contrived. I want coffee. not woo, coffee. And this is like just, it's too strange. So let's, oh, okay. I'll use my nice dog walking mug. This is an Ulster Weaver bone china mug from the Bee's Knees in Massachusetts. And here, I'm gonna do a little stand up. Will that work? Yes. And let me get, oh, instead of milk, you know what? I think I've got some double espresso Chiaro left. Let me see. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. There it is. Double espresso Chiaro. So double espresso is 2.70 ounces. I'm going to go ahead and put in the half and half. Okay, there's one. There's two, and so Shannon is saying he read somewhere about adding butter to coffee. Yeah, that's like that bulletproof coffee, and you're supposed to add that, what is it called, Dairy Gold or something, some sort of like really good tasting butter. And yeah, I have had that before. You know, if you want a 200 calorie cup of coffee, sure, why not? But, you know, that's not what I go for. I go for few calories. Although, yes, it is true. You could add, let's say, you know, if I was maybe, I don't know, going for an intense hike or something, maybe I'd add butter. All right, I'm just gonna push the button one more time so that I will have 2.7 plus 2.7 is 5.40 ounces of coffee in here, which is actually a little bit more than that Costa Rica was. Costa Rica's 5.07 ounces. So, yeah. This I know is gonna be good. This is double espresso Chiaro. I prefer double espresso Scuro, which is much more intense, but the Chiaro is good too. Well, anyway, so this was like an entire live coffee video, and unusual that I'm having to get rid of that sweetie sweet stuff. I don't know, maybe it might have been good. Oh gosh, I'm running out of water. That's why it's... All right. Obviously, I'll need to add some water. But anyway, I was going to say maybe that raspberry coffee might have been good if I had put some like really dark chocolate in it or something. Kind of get that raspberry taste out of my mouth. This is a good cup of coffee. I'm gonna go sit down with Grayson and drink it. Experiment. It's fun. You know, it's okay every once in a while. You gotta pour something down the drain. It's worth it for the experience, the adventure, the fun of it.